Hey, y'all. It is 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Canadian Time, January 6, 2023. And I want to say right off the hop, if there's any Zachary Michael fans, or perhaps even the man himself coming by here for the first couple of minutes, that I respect him as a talented comedian. He's entertaining. He's funny. Well, I don't want to repeat myself after saying that. The guy's got talent. He's a funny man. And I don't believe that he's working with Chantal, as French Fried Girl is, with the direct contact that they had at the fashion show and the way that things have been going ever since, which are all horseshit. Chantal says she brought a criminal charge against Frenchie, changed her mind. Now she's going to bring it back again. Bullshit. All bullshit. And I can tell you from personal experience that after I was friendly with Yaba for so long and super chatting her a little bit, every time I showed up and she said I was one of the best reactions she had, I called the Adonis grocery store, she put a knife in my back. So I can speak to those two things. I mean, it's very apparent that Frenchie and Chantal work together. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, Yaba and Chantal work together. And it's by no accident that Yaba takes the morning shift, Frenchie takes the night shift. And they used to squawk at each other bitterly. Anyway, enough about those two. I just want to get it across that I don't believe that Zachary is working with Chantal. However, decisions he makes on his own are disappointing to me. And so it's January 6, 2023. And earlier today, he did a reaction. He said that he was right, that, that he's had confirmation that Salah is homophobic. And it all started with Salah doing that rude gesture towards Zachary when his name was mentioned in the Chantal stream. And it's like, well, it's not really something to be especially proud of, to say, oh, I was right. For Salah to do that rude gesture is just straight up rude. And for him to continue to be homophobic is, of course, unacceptable. Yet it doesn't prove anything. For all we know, Salah is gay and is just being this way to deflect criticism or suspicions that he may be. And I know that that Zachary is gay. I'm not. And Zachary has a lot of clout behind him. Yet my favorite performer, gay guy, is the Real Crochetter. And the Real Crochetter said about Zachary Michael, you are not important. And Zachary is not the gatekeeper. I said gatekeeper. So if Crochetter is out there, I'd love to put Crochetter on, because and the reason why I'm hiding behind this graphic is because we're about to approach, within, I think, a week, the first anniversary of Yaba not being on camera. And before I go back on camera, I want to get rid of those last few pounds so I can say that I lost 50 pounds. So I'm hiding for a little bit, like maybe about a week, whatever. So anyway, let's get into my music. And let's boogie.
Chantal, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantal, she carries the weight. Chantal, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantal, 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 Chantal.
She rolls out of bed with nothing better to do.
She's got nothing better to
The
do.
fupa is leaking while she drip dries over you. She makes a mess, orders Uber Eats when her Tinder date is through. And if you stand too close to her,
What?
you'll get the C. diff too.
Chantal, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantal, she carries the weight. Chantal,
Hello, Chantal.
she
How's Canada,
carries
girl?
the weight of the world on her
Do you wanna meet up?
shoulders.
Life?
Chantal,
stream?
Chantal,
I bring pizza and poutine.
Chantal,
See you soon, life girl.
Okay, so that's the thumbnail for Zachary's reaction from earlier today, even though we've got less than 10 minutes left in today, January 6, 2023. And it's entitled I Was Right. And he's got Chantal and Salah in the background. And I was right about Foodie Beauty's husband. And to reiterate, now that we have a graphic in front of us, Salah did a rude gesture towards Zachary Michael, the bent wrist thing, which, is making fun of gay people, actually gay men. And so Salah has since, said a lot of other mean homophobic things. And so Zachary's, sharing it and saying, hey, I was right. He's homophobic. Well, the only thing that you're right about is that he's continuing to say things which certainly are homophobic. That bent wrist gesture is rude and mean. And for him to say the other stuff that he said in Arabic, which has since been translated by Mo Translates, which I don't follow much at all. I borrowed some footage from Mo Translates, which was a compilation of Natter saying violent things on YouTube. So I borrowed that. I sent her $5 super chat and said thanks. And so I'm not really too much into Mo Translates. I don't follow. I don't know what's going on. And the thing is, Mo Translates translation has been taken as legit by Zachary, and nobody's complaining about him. So pretty much that, yeah, it's a legit translation. And Salah has said a bunch of other stuff, which is all homophobic. And so Zachary is saying like, hey, I was right. Well, we don't really know if the guy's homophobic or if he's just playing one on TV. And at the heart of this mess is these are a bunch of grifters, not Zachary, Chantal, Salah, Nader, Didi, and their sidecars, such as French Fried Girl, who's playing along, and a more minor player, which is Yava, who's playing along. There's probably others who are playing along too. The way you tell, and by the way, Zachary was struck by Chantal a while back. So that gives him some credibility with me, even though I don't agree with everything he has to say here. And one of you guys reminded me earlier on today in my community tab that Zachary did say about a year ago that he was never going to react to Amberlynn Reid or Chantal ever again. And he went back on his word. So there's, take that or leave that too. So I got into his reaction and I felt that it wasn't, I'm going to play the whole thing, by the way. It's not just going to be me talking over this graphic. So I got into his reaction earlier today, and his outrage is misplaced because he doesn't take a stand. And like half of the time I don't do the cartoon voice filter when I do a pre-recorded, and I don't play the song half the time when I go live because it's getting too grim. And I think Chantal has long crossed the line for, getting out of this platform forever, not coming back and being on Patreon where she belongs. Everybody always says to me, well, she makes money. And I always say to them, we can react to her even if she's out of here. And then I thought about it. Yeah, I think the money would go down for everybody, because if she was on Patreon, we could still react to her. Yet without her being on this platform itself, it might diminish the audience somewhat. How much, we don't know. However, I think she's got enough of an installed base that people who dig the reactions, like if you dig my reactions, you dig Zachary's reactions, and even if you dig, horseshit like Frenchie, you'll still dig it if Chantel's not on this platform. And what she's doing is very immoral, and she shouldn't be rewarded for it. And I think, there's that famous quote, I keep forgetting who says it, which is all it takes for evil to succeed is for good people to do nothing. And I think that Zachary's a good guy. He's enjoying his income, good for him. I'm a capitalist, and I have understanding for people who are trying to protect their money. So, he's a good guy, yet the time has come for good people to do something, and not just to say you hate Chantel and all the rest. I wish he would say, get her off this platform. Not for him to say that he's gay and that she's allowing Salah to say wildly homophobic things and you hate her, you hate her, you hate her. Zachary, you should say she's despicable, he's despicable, get them off the platform. So you've got a much larger voice than mine. And what you should be doing is saying, get her off this platform. This is not acceptable. Not just this is not acceptable, this is wrong, I hate her. It's everything plus get her off this platform. It's immoral for her to be rewarded for homophobia and transphobia and all the rest of it. And when she puts these bad actors in there, and you're referring to that guy as her husband, for real. You know what? We know what it says on his pink hat. It says, "I'm gay. I'm not stupid." Well, live up to your hat. And I think he knows what's going on. I'm not saying he's stupid. Like I said at the start of this show, I appreciate his talent. If somebody's got talent, I can respect them. It just that good people should be standing up against Chantel and saying, get off the platform. I think I'm just here by myself saying, get her off the platform. Anyway, so let's just run his reaction in its entirety. And there's stuff I agree with, and there's a lot. It's just your outrage is so misplaced because you don't go to the right places. It's just you're angry, yet you don't ask for her to be taken off the platform. So let me bring up his stream, the whole thing. It's about 22 minutes. We'll play the whole thing.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Hello, foodie booties.
Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unfortunately going to be talking about Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, The Daily Chantal, Big.
Well, if it's so unfortunate, and it's such a drag and a burden, take a stand and say she doesn't belong on this platform anymore. Don't go that far and say, unfortunately, we have to talk about this thing. Okay, well, be like me and say, YouTube, please get rid of this. I say, there's no way that we have to tolerate this in the 21st century, that she's making a mockery of someone else's religion, and she's also giving voice to people who want to be homophobic. It has no place here. And I don't want to hear about the money it makes. We can all take a pay cut. It's I'm getting peanuts out of this, right? And Zachary, you could still enjoy a handsome income from this with Chantel on Patreon. So it's that's his opening move. Unfortunately, we have to deal with this. Well, I'm not angry with him. I'm just really disappointed. He's better than this. He's got more intelligence, and he should be doing better than that. By the way, if the real Crescetter is out there, you can get in here with me if you want to, because from time to time Zachary acts like a bit of a gatekeeper, which he isn't. He's not appointed the gatekeeper of anything. Let's keep rolling.
Beautiful me, Chantopolis, Foodie Booty, Flabby Bobby, Chantal El Rafe. Yeah, we're talking about Chantal.
And I knew she was going to delete everything. That's why I did a screen grab movie of all of her community tab comments. And I made sure I moved the screen grab movie thing around, because screen grabs by themselves are not the strongest evidence. So it was all saved by your guy here.
Oh. And it's just this woman has a knack for drawing me in with stupid shit like that dumbass song I reacted to this week.
Well, don't act like it's too much of a burden. I mean, you do good with the views. So it's not so much as he's drawing you in. It's you've got an opportunity to make some money, right? And me too. I get my peanuts here. I put in tons of work. It stays small. It's because I say get her off the platform. And that's why I don't, play well with the other kids, because I'm an absolute on her. She shouldn't be here. And, maybe that's too heavy for others.
Week. And then following up with the most horrendous, horrific behavior.
There's our Dr. Chavalita. You just most of the time, if it's on the internet, I see a woman show up in an outfit like that. Hey, it's a nurse. No, it's a doctor. It's a doctor. We haven't forgotten.
To the point that I'm like, why am I covering you again? Why am I doing this again?
Well, for money, okay, right? For money, you know.
And
if you really hate her, then join me in saying Chantel should be removed from this platform permanently.
certainly, you know, not every video I make on here is supposed to be pure fun, games, etc. I would much
Exactly. You know, it's been too grim. That's why I don't use the cartoon voice and I don't play the song half the time. It's getting too fucking dark. And she needs to be off this platform.
prefer to do that, you know. I would love to just like come on here, have a giggle, have a laugh with y'all, because I think y'all know that's what I find to be.
Yeah, I like him too. He seems like a nice guy to be around. It's just I wish he would take a serious step and say, Chantel, you need to be off this platform. YouTube, please do the right thing. Get rid of Chantel. Why doesn't he do that?
Be the most entertaining, the most enjoyable, and I think that's what y'all find to be the most enjoyable. I don't know that people love to click on these videos and watch me get upset about Chantal Marie being homophobic, transphobic, and or ableist on almost a daily basis.
Yes, and she's also something else. She is blasphemous. This is a part of the story that you're not interested in, which is she's making a mockery of the Prophet Muhammad, Islam, Muslims, the hijab, the Holy Quran, which she has quoted from and shot footage of. She's gone to a mosque. It's all profane and blasphemous. And although that's not my faith, I have respect for people who do have faith. And she is beyond blasphemous, and she's making money off of it. And that's another reason why she shouldn't be on this platform anymore. And it's too bad that you don't want to say, even for your own reasons, that she's homophobic, that Chantel, you don't belong here anymore. YouTube, do the right thing. Get rid of her today. And you won't say that.
But here the fuck we are. And it's why I really say, like, you know, I don't hate Amberlynn, right? I really don't. Like, I don't agree with everything she does on her channel. I don't agree with everything she does as a human. But, like, at the worst lately, homegirl is buying journals she doesn't need and playing with Play-Doh on her channel. Like, she's hardly doing anything like this nonsense over here. So when I say I don't hate Amberlynn, but I do hate Chantal, I mean it. So, let's just say over the past 24 to 48 hours, Miss Chantal has been very busy, in my opinion, trying to deflect from the nonsense she said about this Allah guy's wife. I think she realized she probably shouldn't have done that considering the context of where she lived.
How about this context? It's bullshit. All right? Come on, you're a smart guy. Foodie, Chantel said that this guy, who unfortunately has got the same name as Muslims refer to as the Almighty. So let's just call this guy Mr. A. So Chantel says that Mr. A is somebody she wants to punch and assault. She also says that he steals things from work and sells them on the black market. Zachary, if any of that stuff was true, this guy could be complaining to YouTube and Chantel's channel would be gone. You can't say to real people who you're not working with that you want to assault them and that they're stealing things from work and selling them on the black market. Come on, Zachary. It's drama. It's not for real. Come on, man.
Currently, and so now she's deflecting by going after Nodder, going after Pete's, going after Missy Moo.
Oh, come on, like going after this, going after that. They're just trying to create heat and get people talking. Chantel is a nobody with a boring life. She stares at the floor and gets high and orders junk food and has a dirty imagination. She's just so gross. And like her most recent community tab posts all about excrement and discharges from the body, and it's just explicit, revolting, mentally twisted scat fantasy shit. I mean, it ain't funny. It's anyway. I don't want to slow the show down. Come on. Yeah, you're better than this, Zachary. You should be calling for Chantel to be removed from the platform. Come on, man. It's not about she's going after this little group of clowns. They're all working together to generate heat and get people to pay attention so she gets money.
Even at one point, if you don't know who Missy Moo is, that's one of her, like, ardent supporters who loves her and, like...
Yeah, she's another stooge, man. Come on. You're smarter than this.
simps for her on a fucking daily basis. And so this has resulted in Chantal and her husband Salah, because let's be clear, a lot of this really specifically stems from Salah, although I think Chantal is directly responsible for that still, and I will explain that when we get to it. It has given them all the time to just be transphobic, homophobic, ableist, etc. I also want to note that a part of this storyline and a part of what's happened in the past 24 to 48 hours has also involved some essay allegations regarding Pete's and Chantal and interactions between the two of them.
Why are you treating it seriously? Come on, Pete's is a sidecar. You know, they're bringing this stuff up to bring extra heat to the channel. There's nothing going on there. Sexual assault. Come on, man.
Pretty historically on my channel not talked about anything essay related because I don't feel particular.
I think we could all be doing better things with our lives. I don't love to hate Chantal. I used to think she was halfway funny mukbang channel, and then she blossomed into this monster, which she really is. And you know, making fun of her burping and farting and stupid behavior and, you know, driving around intoxicated. That's all one thing. And then it's like making fun of 9/11. Like Zachary's an American. Like Zachary, like, don't you think Chantal's crossed the line already? Like don't you think that making fun of 9/11, you know, multiple times as an American man, you know, straight, gay, whatever, don't you think that's a reason enough that she should be off the platform forever or what? What? Huh?
Particularly comfortable doing it. That's true to be said when it came to Chantal and Nader for the past 2 years. That's true when it's come to the storylines. I don't want to call it a storyline, but when it's come up on Amber Lynn's channel. And I've just generally not spoken a whole lot about that topic in particular because I don't feel particularly comfortable talking about it, well equipped to talk about it. I don't feel like
I don't know, where is Charlie right now? Like, I'm a fan. I've got a Charlie Gold custom emoji on this channel that I installed as soon as I got the channel running. I've been a member of the Gold Cluster for more than 2 years. Chantel's talking racist stuff against black people, and yeah, I don't want to squawk about her because I like her, you know, her channel and everything. It's just, I wish she was out here calling for Chantal to be thrown off the platform. Like, where is that? You're right. Where's that energy?
Expert to discuss it, and because of that, I'm not really going to cover that today either. But what I will cover, well, I will let you know if that comes up or how it comes up or when it comes up. But what I will primarily be covering today is how I was correct about Salah being a homophobe, and when he did this.
Zachary Michael made a comment apparently that.
Who is like, oh, that, the hopeless case?
The hopeless case.
Okay.
No, but he's like, the difference is I get like 60K views and you get 15K, girl.
Oh.
I think they had this planned because Chantal is talking about like the big numbers of 60K versus the smaller numbers that Chantal gets. And in order to walk in and make it look legit, Salah's got to say, who is this Zachary Michael? I have no idea. Like, as if you don't fucking know. And then he does this gesture, which is indeed insulting to gay men. It's just that we don't, like, after he's made more comments aside from gestures, Zachary saying, hey, I was right, he's homophobic. He could be just playing a part for all we know. We don't know if that guy is straight or gay or bi or whatever. We don't know. All right. So he does this rude gesture. Later on, he talks more homophobic insults. This isn't a great piece of detective work to say, oh, I was right. I mean, well, you've confirmed that he continues to speak in that way. It doesn't mean that we really know anything. What the heart of this is to get people paying attention. And these two clowns are not married for real. All adults can tell that.
Oh, yeah.
To talk about me. Oh, I almost definitely, for sure, for real, believe that it was 100% supposed to be about me being gay because he's really shown his true colors. And I hate to be the person who's like, I told you so, but I fucking told you so. And so did many others, for the record. So did many others. But there were a fair number of people in my comment that were like, Zach, it's just a hand gesture. It's just a hand gesture. I think after the past 24 to 48 hours, we know exactly how Salah feels about gay people and trans people.
We don't know for sure. This is just, at the heart of it, it's an act. All this fighting, because what's Salah's purpose? To pretend to be a husband. Why was Nader kept on as a sidecar on the back burner? Because he's meant, as we all knew and expected, to be fighting with Salah. And now they're both fighting over Chantal. It's so ridiculous. So for you to say like, oh, look, we got this confirmed. It's like, we don't have anything confirmed other than these are a bunch of bad actors.
So let me just get started, shall we? This all, I believe, started or stemmed from Nader doing a live stream. Why this piece of shit human being? Because let me be clear. Nader, Salah, Chantal, the whole lot of them. They're disrespectful pieces of shit, all three of them.
Yeah, okay. Agreed. So how about we have them removed from the platform? Can't you at least ask YouTube to do that?
But Nader was doing a live stream and for whatever reason played some voice memos that Chantal had sent him once upon a time. I guess he's so really truly desperate for that Chantal clout. Okay. And listen, y'all have been in my comments for the past week talking about how I'm desperate for Amber.
I already played those messages. Like, you won't even play them. And I already played them in a reaction that I got done within a few hours of them being run. And I said, this is just some grade D for doofus acting. It was just bad acting. It's not like they revealed something. It's just bad acting.
Lens, views, attention, and clout. So, maybe no shame to Nader for trying to get that Chantal clout. I don't know why you'd want it, but, I guess no shame to him. But he played this voice memo and it talked about how she was going to go do something to Pete's as a way to get back at him for doing things with Dee Dee. And that's really where the discussion, I think, at least from my understanding, stems from the conversations that end up happening about Pete's and the SA stuff. And so, like I said, I don't plan on covering that. I'm sure there's plenty of channels who are covering that. And you can...
Well, why do you raise it if you're not going to talk about it? Chantal said that she was going to go suck Pete's dick. Those were her words. Those are not my words or your words. You're going to talk about it, talk about it. And that's just more sensational horseshit. Just like when Chantal said that she serviced Dee Dee. This stuff didn't happen. She wasn't offering to go do Pete's. Come on, man, you're an adult. This is made up sensational horseshit just to get attention, clicks, views, and money. That's all. Come on, man, grow up.
And certainly follow any of the people that I credit with clips and videos and stuff to see really what went down. Particularly, I think I saw a lot of screenshots from Shenanigans, who I frequently credit on this channel. So feel free to go check out their Twitter in case you need to know what's going on there. So that particular live stream, I think, is what leads to Chantal just raging one night while she's home alone, because I think, if I recall correctly, Salah is getting an ingrown toenail surgically removed or something or another like that. And so I guess that just left Chantal to be home alone to rage about him. Once Salah makes it back from the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. We're all way over 21. Zachary, we can handle it, okay? Chantal said in this little piece of acting that she was going to go suck Pete's dick. All right, there, we said it. So what? My channel and your channel are both set for not for children, so we can talk about that. It's to reiterate what I said. Those are not my words; they're not yours. We're just quoting what Chantal was saying on the voice message, and Nader is playing it. Oh, I expose you. It's all bullshit. It's all just there for clicks, views, and money. And Chantal's been doing it for so long that we can tell that it's fake.
Where he's having his toenail removed. He also gets very frustrated and has some choice words to say to Nader on Chantal's live stream. So I'll play you the clip, but what I will say before I play the clip, let me preface, I don't speak Arabic. I don't know what any of these words mean. I do utilize Mo Translates and trust Mo Translates, who has historically been...
As long as he's using Mo Translates, and this was from hours ago, and nobody's squawking about it, that it's not legit. So that's what I was waiting for, a little bit of time to pass. So yeah, whatever the translation is, I'm taking it as legit. So let's go. And plus, I already reacted to this through Chantel's community tab with my earlier reaction, where I said, okay, it seems like Salah said something homophobic, and so now he's going to have the literal translation, which he's borrowing from someone else.
Translating stuff from Nader, from Salah, from Allah, from all of them for quite some time on YouTube, and has been trusted up to this point and doesn't seem to have told anybody any lies. So I will say a lot of this is based on me trusting Mo Translates, but I have no reason to not trust Mo Translates, okay? Here's the clip, and then I'll let you know what Mo had to say was being said in this clip.
That didn't want to make you pass out. Ooh.
I have some small message for Natard. Wait, in Arabic, huh? Hey, Natard.
Okay, but before he starts talking, you know what this reminds me of? Remember when Pete's pretended like he was gonna do some self-harm, and he was pretending to be really depressed, and then like the day after or 2 days after, he was like, he did a stream that was entitled, "Hey, what's wrong? Are you mad, bro?" So I said, there's no way that Pete's is going to act like an asshole towards Nader if Nader is really dangerous, if Pete's isn't already in on the act, right? Because, you know, whatever people's personalities are, you know, Pete's is a simp, and he's built like a marshmallow, a skinny marshmallow, and he collects My Little Pony, which is fine. It's just, there's no way that Pete's is going to pretend to talk tough with a guy who's supposed to be dangerous. And like, I'm not getting into gender stuff. It's just, we've seen Nader El-Shami put on a dress for his channel. And there's no way a guy like that is running the jail he was in, if he was ever in jail. Like, I don't know what his history is going back years and years, because we can't get a hold of the transcripts. It's been too long. Yet as far as himself and Chantel are concerned, it's all a lie. Shavalita! IPRC in chat. Good night. I'm very tired. I will continue watching this video tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great day night. Well, don't leave with that super chat cat coming in. Come on. Where's super chat? Where's super chat? Thanks very much, Shavalita. You see, people got more important stuff to do. And, well, she's still gonna watch it when it's convenient. Thanks very much, Shavalita. Super chat, Kate. Super chat, cat. Thanks for blessing us, Shavalita. We hope to bless you back. Super chat, cat. Super chat, cat. Super chat. Okay. Thanks very much for coming by, Shavalita. Study hard. That's Dr. Shavalita to all us now. We're gonna leave that up for a bit. So, get some rest and study, and check out this stuff later when you got some time. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks very much. Thanks. Thank you very much, Super Chat Cat and Chevalier. We're going to leave that up there for a little bit as we get back to this wild show, which is basically just asking Zachary Michael, why don't you ask for Chantel to be kicked off the platform? So as I was saying, like, here comes Salah. He's about to talk some shit to Nader. Didn't we all see this coming, right? So he's gonna act all macho. It's. Oh yeah. Also, Zachary said we're not allowed to speculate as to whether or not Salah might be gay, and yeah, we're allowed to speculate. Like the real crocheter says, Zachary Michael is not the gatekeeper for everybody else. So I think that, Salah could be just pretending to be like an aggressive chauvinist jerk. So anyway, let's have Salah talk his smack, the tough guy.
خول يا أوراني بتلم اللبوة بتاعتك يا أوراني لم اللبوة بتاعتك ده أنا حفشخك. Hello guys, how are you doing?
What does that mean?
Yeah, no, this is set up. He's gonna say a bunch of shit in Arabic, which is offensive, and then of course she's like, "Oh, what's that mean?" He doesn't tell her the full story, and then we're meant to follow the breadcrumbs after the fact, and then find out what was said, right?
Like take your doo-doo, the pH out of here, and you are cuckold on these words.
Arabic swearing. Drag him, Salah.
Like, come on, Zachary. Huh? Can't you tell this is fake? I mean, all that you see from this is that you've confirmed that he's really homophobic, and so he's an even worse guy. Can't you figure out this is all fake? I mean, it's Salah and Nader fighting on cue, just as they were always meant to, right? Here's another question for you, Zach. Is this how a newly married man acts? Like he wants to hang around on internet television and talk horse shit to some fucking loser living in a rented apartment with this Dee nobody, nothing, zero person? I mean, why don't you ask yourself that? This is not really a newly married man paying attention to his wife. This is an actor in a stupid drama that's being written by a woman who has the mindset of a 14-year-old on her fucking best day. All right? So, Zachary, you should see more going on here than just the homophobic comments.
How are you doing, babe? I miss you.
I missed you so much.
So according to Mo, what he just said was, Mo says, I'm so sorry, this is hurtful language, okay? So that's...
Okay, like I was saying earlier, like from local law, like your channel's not set for 12-year-olds, okay? So this is what he said. Quote, warning, I'm so sorry. This is hurtful. What? I think you should know the thing. Okay, for fuck's sakes, Mo Translates puts a preface in here too. Okay, this is what the guy was saying. Quote, hey, nattered, you fag, you tranny, tell your bitch to watch. It's too tiny. You know why I read these things? Because if somebody's on a device, they can't see them. I got this on a desktop and I can't see it. Let me get in close. Let me try it. Third time's a charm. What Salah just said, as translated by Mo Translates, is, quote, hey, nattered, you fag, you tranny, tell your bitch to watch what she says, you tranny. I will beat you up and destroy you, close quote. Zachary, again, your hat says that you're gay, not stupid. And I believe that you are smart. Can't you tell that there's something more going on here than just the insults? Like, you know YouTube, right? Salah just threatened to assault somebody. And Chantel still has her channel. You want to know why? Because Nader hasn't called YouTube to say that he was just threatened with violence by somebody else on another channel. Like, you know, I squawk it with Chantel a lot, yet I would never be so stupid as to say anything like that towards her, because my channel will be gone. And hanging out with all these cool people here in this community would all be gone. And whether or not, you know, Chantel is going to, you know, drive drunk and drive into a tree someday or not, or get thrown off the platform, you know, we'll never get to find out, because I would never be so stupid as to threaten somebody. And the fact that Salah can utter threats, which are very exciting, and not lose his channel because Nader's not reporting it. Zachary, doesn't that tell you it's all bullshit? Huh? I'm not angry with the guy. I'm just disappointed. He's a smart comedian, so he should be doing better.
That's the preface from Mo, okay? But according to Mo, this is what Salah said. Hey, nattered, you F-slur, you T-slur, tell your bitch to watch what she says, you T-slur. I will be...
Oh, man, grow up. Just say what the words are. Super... Well, thanks again, Chavalita. She's probably just hitting bed now. Thanks again, Chavalita. Dan. Always coming by to say hello. Dan. Super Chat Cat is on his way, everybody. If y'all are not familiar with Super Chat, I probably got some different people in here because I got Zachary Michael's name in the title. Super Chat Cat is our Asian lucky cat. And he says thanks to folks that bless him. He wants to bless him back. Get in there, Super. Hey, Dan. Thanks again for coming by. With your British pounds, which are very kind. I'm going to hit it just for you. Super Chat Cat! Super Chat Cat! Thanks for blessing us, Dan. Me hope to bless you back. Super Chat Cat! Super Chat Cat! Super Chat Cat! Thanks, Dan. It's a popular night. We got more than 115 people here. Thanks very much for coming by and making it even more exciting. Wow. And helping to push us into the algorithm. Wow. 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 Thanks. Wow. Thanks. Wow. Thanks. Wow. Thanks. Thank you very much, Super Chat Cat, and thank you, Dan. We'll leave that up there for a little bit as we get back to the footage. As Zachary struggles to say what the real words are.
You up and destroy you. Because I'm a part of the...
Let me crank it back a little wee bit, because he's at least saying the part about beating the person up and destroying them. It's like, Zachary, you can't say shit like that on YouTube. It's a threat to do violence, man. Come on, Zachary, you're smarter than this. Can't you tell it's all fake?
Tell your bitch to watch what she says, you T-slur. I will beat you up and destroy you. Because I'm a part of the LGBT community, I know how both of those words impact both the gay community and the trans community, and so I won't be saying them out loud, but I hope you can see from like the screenshot that I've censored what words were trying to be said there, okay?
Well, yeah, it's a horrible thing to say, man. So why don't you take a stand? You've got a much, much, much bigger channel. And why don't you say, this is totally unacceptable. These people need to be off this platform. They don't deserve a place here. They don't deserve to be rewarded with money. They don't deserve to keep poisoning other people. They need off this platform today. YouTube, please. I never tell people to report anybody, right? You can't do that. That's like brigading. Yet you can ask YouTube on your own behalf. So you could look at the camera and you could say, YouTube, seriously, like, why does this have to be here? And ask YouTube to get rid of Chantel. They'll probably take you like 100 times more serious because you got a much bigger channel and you're a gay guy. And you should be calling for her to get kicked off the fucking platform. Enough already. There's things more important than money.
I also have to say, as I was going through and looking for this clip while filming, I noticed that I think I might be wrong about the timeline. Listen, I wasn't watching any of this in real time because Chantal's doing this mostly while I'm asleep most days.
Well, I mentioned all... Oh, wait, Dan, I got to go back to you, Dan. Dan. That's rude of me just to jump off somebody like that. Sorry. I'll say it like this. Oh, Zen, XENN says, YouTube advertisers demonetize you for saying certain things. Well, I thought you were going to say YouTube demonetizes people right across the board for saying certain things. Well, I still have my monetization. I know, like the algorithm doesn't like me, that's for sure. However, I'm still monetized. I thought that your comment said that YouTube straight across the board does that. Anyway, still a good comment, the same. Keep rolling here. So
I think actually the ingrown toenail thing might have happened afterwards. I'm unclear.
Maybe it never even happened at all. Okay. It's just something that, to draw attention. It's something that we can't prove or disprove, just like Chantel's, what did she call those things? The embolisms in her lungs. The blood clots. Well, they had a fancy term for them. Anyway, it's something we can't prove or disprove. So, it's just something to get you talking. And, considering the source, Chantel, like a career liar around here, don't take it as gospel.
Either way, this was a message from Salah to Nodder after Nodder did some nonsense on his own live.
Yeah, a message. He's sending a message. Can't you entertain for a minute that it might all be fucking bullshit acting? Can't you just take it or it could be made up? We don't know. Why do you take it as 100% legit, considering the source? These are dirtbag people. You said so yourself. Pieces of shit. He was sending a message to that. How about it's all acting? How about that? And especially after what I said, you can't bring threats to do violence against people and hold on to your channel. Zachary, you know that. So why don't you give us the other half of this story? This is probably made up because you can't threaten violence to people on YouTube and keep your channel. And if they hate each other, why isn't Nader pulling the other channel down? Because they're all working together.
I also want to say that Chantal followed that clip up, that live stream up with a
Thank you very much again, Dan. Thank you, Dan. There it is. I knew I saw it, right? YouTube is starting to demonetize people for saying certain words. I think that's why Zachary's doing that. Well, I say I'm not trying to call you out and make you look like you're wrong. For all you know, you're right. For all I know, you're right. Because I don't do well on the algorithm, right? Like other people start up channels and within a few months of just running clips, you know, they're getting like 10,000 views per and they keep growing. I'm stuck in a rut and I stay in my rut. I get a couple thousand views per. Yet the people who pay attention are really fun, interesting people. And we have, you know, a blast when we do a live stream. So I'm not getting a push into the algorithm like everybody else is. So maybe I am getting shot in the foot by saying everything for all we know. You probably you could be 100% right. Leanna, L-L-L-I. Anyway, Super Chat Cat is on his way to say thanks, even if I'm screwing up your name, which I'm apologizing for in advance. Super Chat. Get over here, Super Chat Cat. He's coming in for you. Hey, Leanna Figueroa. I hope I'm saying your name right. You get to use all the custom emojis. Yeah, including the best one, me, because I'm the Asian lucky cat. I'm the luckiest one there is. Yeah, I know that YouTube gives you cats to work with already. Yet there's no better cat than me because well, anyway, I'll stop talking about myself. Super Chat Cat. Thanks for blessing us, Leanna Figueroa. We hope to bless you back. Super Chat Cat. Super Chat Cat. Super Chat Cat. Thanks for coming on board. And we despise Chantel over here and hope she gets off the platform and rots on Patreon where she belongs. So thanks for helping us do that. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you, Super Chat Cat. Thank you, Leanna Figueroa. I'm trying to say it correctly, and sometimes I overdo it and trip over my own silly feet as I try to do a good job. Thank you very much for your interest and for becoming a channel member. Let's get back to this show. We're going to leave you up there for a while, too.
A post to Nodder, okay, and said, "Hey, Nodderella, we went to bed, woke up,
That was it. Pulmonary embolism. Thank you, Necessita.
and you're so triggered by that until now. Your doo-doo is waiting in bed for you, and you're still up."
Isn't it disappointing to see a smart guy like him? Because he's a talented comedian, right? You know, this isn't all just like natural, like acting like a, you know, a zany guy. It's a performance. It's meant to make you laugh. Like if he's having a bad day, he sets it aside, and he's a talented performer. He's a funny guy. He seems like a fun guy to be around. Isn't it disappointing to see a smart guy just sit there and recite horseshit words written by Chantel, who's a fucking liar? I mean, can't he shake his head every now and then and go, probably made up?
Talking about us. Ha 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 ha. Love that for you. Salah's words hurt you that much? Question mark. Especially, and then whatever this word is, I assume, this is my assumption, that that's like a repeat of...
Yes, Necessita, it's a dark world that lifts up degenerates and evil. And Chantel's being upheld. And again, that famous quote, all that it takes for evil to succeed is for good people to do nothing. I'm doing what I can over here, Zachary. I mean, instead of just reciting what's being written by an evil piece of shit, how about saying, I wouldn't take all of this at face value. A grain of salt the size of a bowling ball at the very least. You see how easily you can, you can put an extra spin on it and then say, YouTube, please just get this thing out of here. We don't need it. And that's missing from your commentary, Zach.
The word that he was saying, like one of the slurs he was saying. And of course, also, just as a preface, ain't none of these posts still up on her community tab post. So
yeah, I saved everything. In my community tab and with a screen grab movie I made. I saved everything.
If you're trying to go find him, she's already dirty deleted all of them. And I also probably am not going to show you every single post she's made because she's made a lot of them in the past 24 to 48 hours. So, as you can see by the things that Salah is saying to Nader and the follow-up from Chantal, neither of them feel particularly bad about what they're saying.
No, you're missing the other part of the story. Salah threatened to do violence against Nader. Just don't take the insults at face value. You know YouTube, right? You have a channel. It's very profitable. You make fun of it against Chantal, which I love. You know, you get 60,000 views per. She gets like 11,000 views per. You know you can't threaten to do violence against people and keep your channel. How does Chantal and Salah together utter threats to do violence and nothing happens? Because it's fake. It's made up. They're pretending. Nader's not reporting anything, yet he pretends to hate the guy's guts. Those two guys are pretending like they want to come to blows. It's all dramatic. It's like a 14-year-old girl's little fantasy. Two guys ready to come down to a fist fight over Chantal. It's not real, Zach. And I think deep down, you know it's not real.
Chantal surely doesn't feel particularly bad about what she's saying. She's supporting this nonsense from Salah, okay? Like, regardless of if that last word on that post, again, I didn't see a translation from Mo about what that word in particular meant.
The last word, Damon said, Damon told me what it means. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there's so many comments. We're doing well tonight. For us, this is fabulous. 120 wonderful people. Thanks for coming by. Oh, there it is. Damon White says when she says to Arani at the end, that is the transphobic slur. Thank you, Damon White.
But regardless of if that was one of them or not, she said, did Salah's words hurt you that much? I.e., even if she doesn't know what Salah was saying to Nader, she doesn't care. All she cares.
Here's a good one from Sally. I guess your mother... Oh, Sally is Muslim. Sally says that... well, if I say it, it doesn't sound right. Let me put up the comment. Again, thank you, Leanna. I got to do a better job on the name before I say thanks. Oh, here's another one from her. Oh, longtime lurker finally joined. Leanna Fish... You got to say it with some finesse to say it right. Figueiredo. I'm trying. Leanna, thanks. Thanks very much again. Sally says, I'm Muslim and by accident my mother saw me watching Chantal while wearing the hijab. Sally goes on to say with another comment, my mother saw Chantal saying dirty words while wearing the hijab. We are Muslim and put it this way, my mother was in tears. Excellent comment. And this is going to get to what I'm going to speak to later on, because I already watched all of Zachary's reaction. And further on down, Chantal says, fuck off, or something like that, while wearing the hijab. And I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I said, even though it's not my faith, I respect anybody who has a faith. It's a graceful, powerful thing to have in your life. And Chantal's making a mockery of it. And she's been making a mockery of it for too long. It's bad enough she makes a mockery of it and gets away with it. It's worse that she makes money off of it. And I don't mind Zachary making a buck off of it, and I don't mind me making peanuts. Yet, you cross the line, and if you want to be on the good side of the argument, do as I do. YouTube, please get rid of Chantal. Send her off to Patreon, and we build up enough of an audience. Zachary's fans will dig it. People here will dig it with the way I do things. Frenchies folks. And even if you want to start one of your own, we could all react to her if she was off this platform and on Patreon where she belongs. Amen from Trailer Mark Barbie. Thank you. Well, Kuwaiti Beezer is asking, well, wouldn't the threats of violence also not be real? I'm not laughing at you, Kuwaiti Beezer, because you got a fun avatar and everything and a fun name. It doesn't matter if the threats of violence are real or not. You cannot utter threats of violence on this platform because YouTube has no idea knowing if you're telling the truth or not. I mean, it already takes so long to get an answer from them. And when you hear from them, you hear from a bot most of the time. YouTube cannot hire more and more and more staff to try to figure out if someone's making a genuine threat or not. So it doesn't matter if the threats of violence are real or not. And they aren't real, because if they were, then Nader would be reporting them to the police in Kuwait and be reporting them to YouTube. He would be saying that he's terrified for his safety, and Chantel's channel would vanish. Because you can't make threats to do violence on YouTube. You can't. At the very least, she would have her ability to do live streams taken away for like a month. Nothing has happened. The reason why nothing is happening is because Nader knows he's not really being threatened. Just like when Pete's was talking shit to Nader, he knew he was in no danger because it's all just live action role playing. And Sally, yes, we're all here for peace, and for her to sit there and say a few Arabic words saying from the Quran, and her wearing the hijab while acting like this is so disrespectful in so many ways. That's right. That's what I'm always talking about now. Because before, out of respect for the faith, which isn't even my faith, because Chantel is such a revolting subject, I just referred to the hijab as the attire, and I called it the faith that she's exploiting. I didn't say it was Islam, not because I had any problems with it. I just didn't want to use those sacred names while I was speaking about this stuff. It's just that Chantel keeps getting worse and worse, and YouTube won't do the right thing. And if they won't do the right thing, then it's up to good people, because I think that Zachary's a good guy, to use your platform and say, she has to go. Right? And he doesn't. It's disappointing. It's a good person doing nothing and saying he hates Chantel. Well, how about asking YouTube to get rid of it? For Chantel to shoot footage of a Quran in a mosque on those little holders that they that are for the book, and for her to walk around in there and then speak about bodily discharges on her community tab, and to tell people to go fuck off while wearing the hijab, that's blasphemy. Blasphemy just doesn't apply to Christianity. It applies to anything sacred that people believe in. And are all these topics like right over Zachary's head? He doesn't understand any of these things. He just follows pop stars and, his pop culture bric-a-brac on his... No, I think he's smart enough to know what's going on. So that's what my reaction is about. He should be saying, YouTube, we need Chantel off the platform. He can approach it from her homophobic material. And yeah, that's another good reason to get her out of here too. There's just so many reasons. It's too much. Get her out of here. Of course he's not a real Muslim. Yes. There's no way he believes in anything. He's not a real Muslim. For him to like indulge in this and take part. Let's get back to the footage.
Cares about is Nader getting hurt by them, let alone, okay, forget about Nader, because he's a despicable piece of shit, like we already talked about, but let alone like anybody else in the world who might be offended by that. Just keep this in mind, because later Chantal's gonna claim she loves gay people, okay? So just keep that all in mind, shall we? So before we get into any kind of response about the homophobic and transphobic language, we have to acknowledge that Chantal just is so fucking married to this R word, okay? The R slur.
That's an aspect that I get angry about too. Like I worked on a reaction, and I brought in footage of the Famous People Players, which are a troupe of black light theater performers put together by Diane Dupuis. And it was founded here in Ontario, Canada. And they toured with Liberace. And all of the performers are having intellectual challenges. And the R word, which, let's be adults. I mean, like, we don't use the word. We have no respect for it. Yet if we're going to have a discussion about it, yeah, the word retard The word retarded does not exist on the website for the famous people players. And I worked on a reaction for hours and hours. I got footage of the famous people players. I did research and I got like 10 views out of it. And so, yeah, I'm on the same page with you, Zach. Her use of the word retard and her defense of it is inexcusable. And that's another reason, Zachary, that good people should be saying more than enough, too much. Get off this platform, Chantel, permanently. And that's missing from your criticism. You're triggered, you're angry, yet you want more because it's profitable. You made enough money and you could still make more if she was on Patreon, just maybe not as much. Can't you take a little hit to your pocketbook and join me in asking YouTube to get rid of Chantel?
All right, we've talked about this so many times with Chantal at this point that I don't understand why she isn't just like, okay, I'm just not, like, even if you want to use it in your real life, which you shouldn't, like, why would you continue using it on the internet time after fucking time and
Yeah, exactly. Time after time after time after time. There will be no changes. I love to quote from Judge Judith Scheinlin, fully cooked. And you know how she came up with that saying? Whether she borrowed it from someone else or she came up with it herself? It's because she dealt with bad people for years and years and years. And she saw the same bad people coming back. And she would have to listen to defense attorneys saying there's going to be changes. And Judge Judith Scheinlin began to say to those bad people, you are fully cooked. There are no changes coming. Zachary, there's no changes coming from Chantel. She's always going to be using the R word, the retard word. She's always going to be giving voice to material that is homophobic because it gets people talking and she makes money from it. So why don't you join me in asking for Chantel to be removed from the platform? Your next reaction, buddy, your next reaction that raises Chantel, I think I'm going to run the whole damn thing. And I'm going to say, where is Zachary Michael calling for Chantel to be removed from the platform? How about you do that?
Time and time again. Like, why? Why are we still having this conversation, Chantal? Why is this still a thing we're doing? I have to believe it's just because you're a bigot and you really truly don't give a shit. I guess I should tell you and preface or show you.
Stop talking to Chantel, man. Talk to YouTube. Send them an email and say it in public on your channel. YouTube, you need to get rid of this thing. And I'm not making fun of your voice. I do impressions of all kinds of people, and I'm friends with the real Crochetter. He's a gay guy, and he's a cool, nice person, and he performs in the song that you saw at the start of this reaction. So, I'm not showing any disrespect to do my impression of your voice. It's what I do. I do impressions of all kinds of different people. YouTube, this needs to be gone yesterday, okay? We don't need Chantel here anymore, ever. How about you say that instead of like, why are we having this conversation? Because she's still here. She belongs on Patreon. That's where she was for almost a month. That's where she needs to go back to and stay there.
The community post where this comes up, okay? So this is in regards to French Fry Girl, who is a popular Chantal reaction channel.
What? I'm going to crank that. What did you just say? This is the reaction to French Fried Girl, who is a popular Chantel reaction channel. Buddy, I'm losing respect for you, man. Frenchie is working with Chantel. Okay, you can't see what's going on right in front of you. What's been going on ever since it was confirmed at the fashion show. Those two clowns got together, and I reacted. I said, "Look how comfortable everybody is. Pete's, Chantel, Frenchie. Everybody's comfortable being around each other." And you're going to refer to Frenchie as, oh, she happens to be a very popular Chantel reaction. She's working with her. Okay, and yeah, like if you're going to be like this, I guess you might be, I'm not going to say you are, you might be part of the damn problem. Say that again with Frenchie.
Popular Chantal reaction channel.
Yeah. No, she's a Chantal co-worker. One more time.
Or show you the community post where this comes up, okay? So this is in regards to French Fry Girl, who is a popular Chantal reaction channel. Chantal says, "Witch cackle from Gullet Chen. You're in a loveless marriage and your man don't touch you. Blah, blah, blah. That's all you and your brainless audience have to go by. Are you here with us? You know shit. Meanwhile, you look like this, photo number 2, and have yet to go on camera and show us your chins and your man. You don't even have a neck, dude, which, like, weird insult coming from Chantal. Unbelievable how mentally stunted you and your tater arsler are, lol.
I'm glad that you're bringing it up, Damon, right? Because, you know, even though I could bring it up if I wanted to, it's got more weight if a black person brings it up. And I tried to make fun of her, I tried to make friends with her and super chatted her a few times. And, you know, I can never get her to come over here to make a comment. It's like, yeah, where's all that energy? And I don't mind that Life of Free Spirit has an OnlyFans channel because she delivers the goods. She actually shows up for work. Like, so when I say Chantel sells her bare ass for $5 a month at OnlyFans, I'm not putting down everybody who has an OnlyFans. Chantel used it as a con job. Remember the first time she went there and all of her weirdos signed up and she did nothing? And she said, oh, sorry, I changed my mind. It's a $10 loss. Take the loss and weep. She ripped everybody off. And then she went back in there after her channel got yeeted from here. And I joined that time. The first time I didn't. I just want to find out what she was doing. And she promised different content on Patreon. And on Patreon, promised different content on OnlyFans. And got everybody to join both. And then eventually she dropped them both. And just quietly walked away from OnlyFans. So I don't have any judgment against anybody who's got an OnlyFans. And so yeah, so I can't stand Yaba, and Yaba and Life of a Free Spirit don't like each other for their own reasons. And I'm not trying to start shit with Life of a Free Spirit or nothing. It's just, where's that energy? You're right. Where's that energy? You know?
You may get 4,000 views a live stream, but that's all you have. You have no man, no sex, no marriage, no views on your vlogs, no subscribers. Why do you only have 22,000 for how long now? No friends, no job, no pets because you made them suffer in their last days and never took them for walks because you're too busy stalking meat and probably ignored them to smoke and bitch all day. You also travel nowhere except to Cornwall like an obsessed loser, lol. Couldn't be me. And I have a lot of shit to say about a lot of the other stuff in there, but it's clear. It's clear. Okay, this isn't even just like her replacing the word. I think in the past she said that she uses the R slur just to call people dumb or stupid, right? It's clear that she's making a connection between that word and people who are, in her words, mentally stunted. It's all right there in the same fucking sentence. So yeah, Chantal, you're ableist as fuck, okay? It's a word that people in the disability community have continued to ask you to stop saying, and you don't.
Yeah, she doesn't stop, and she won't stop because it makes her channel hot and she makes money from it. So if you want to squawk about it, which is the right thing to do, there's never going to be any changes. So why don't you squawk about it and do what I do too, which is ask YouTube to get rid of Chantel. She shouldn't be rewarded monetarily for using those words, being homophobic, and being blasphemous against Islam. So take action, buddy. Say something about it. That's my challenge to you. In front of 130 people live tonight, and if I'm lucky, 2,000 people after the live is done. Stand up to that shit. Do something.
You don't. Once is a mistake, I guess. I mean, you're almost 40 years old and you don't realize that that is not an acceptable word to use in 2023. Okay, once maybe is a mistake. This is like at least the third or fourth time we've had this conversation. So chronologically, or at least according to Shenanigans Twitter, thank you so much for all the receipts since I don't have them every single post from when she posted on her community tab. But from Shenanigans Twitter, the next thing that happens is that Chantal decides to come for Mo Translates, okay? Now, mind you, historically, Mo Translates has translated...
Chantel has also come for me. She's been threatening to have me charged criminally for a year because I phoned the grocery store. And the thing is, you and all the other big shot reactors never mention my name when she does that. Huh? Huh?
things that Nader said, and Chantal has accepted them as fact, as truth. Okay, but now Chantal takes issues with Mo Translates. So here's the post about Mo. So why do people take Mo Translates words for gospel? Again, to incite drama. I've seen her say the most horrible things about me when I did nothing to this moron. So again, how credible is someone who has a personal vendetta against me, just like everyone else? Her translations are taken out of meaning as they are many meanings and different dialects in the Arabic language. Salah does not believe in hurting anyone just because of their sexual orientation. Kuwait has laws against homosexuality, and that doesn't make him a bad person. Mo, you need a translator for your translations. Which is interesting because I'm going to show you a clip of her on a live stream later where she talks about and defends Salah for using the words that he used. So all of a sudden it is like, oh, Mo was right. Mo wasn't lying. And now we're making excuses and trying to cover up the things for Salah. Did you hear that growl from Judy? I think she wants out. Let me let her out. And or she's tired of hearing about Chantal's bullshit. I also will have more thoughts about like the Kuwait having laws and things like that because I have plenty of thoughts about that, but she talks about it again on live stream in a clip later. So first we'll talk about Chantal defending her use of the R word, okay? All right, are you ready for that nonsense? Here you go. Here's a post from Chantal in her community tab. While we're at it, why is it okay to use...
That's why when I went in and I reacted to this, I did a screen grab movie, and I grabbed a picture of Frenchie and I made it open up. And anyway, I did a better job in this, which isn't a big point to make. I mean, you know, he's putting that up. I'm not impressed with screen grabs. I think screen grab movies are a hell of a lot better. Okay.
The term moron, but not the R slur. Clearly.
That's what I wanted to say. When he said that Judy's had enough of the bullshit, I was going to say, well, maybe we can wait for your dog to take a stand, Zach.
In the below Wikipedia post, it can also mean calling someone stupid. She said, I never insult someone with mental disabilities. Actually, most are smarter than the people I call the R.
And Zachary hasn't been following the story close enough to realize that there was a reactor who had, I can't remember what he had. He had some affective disorder. You guys probably know the guy's name. I think it was a heavyset man, and Chantal was ripping on him for the affective disorder challenge that he had. Anyway, Zachary missed that part.
Slur, but I actually love that word when referring to idiots without disabilities, and I'm tired of worrying about triggering everyone. If I offend you, cancel me and go touch grass. Well, girl, you're canceled. Like,
cottage cheese my way. Damon's been around here for a while, and he's way too smart to be Amberlyn Reed, so you better drop that stuff soon, cottage cheese. Even though you got a fun avatar, I better drop that stuff soon.
Literally fuck all the way off. Also from her own stupid Wikipedia post that she's using as evidence here, it clearly says at the very bottom that the word is now considered offensive. Like, her own example is proving the point to the point that they even note that it's now referred to as the R word or the R slur. She is so dumb. I don't understand why she would even post this and think that this is proving some kind of point for her. So the part where Missy Moo comes in, from what I can understand, happens pretty much next. I guess, like, Missy Moo got upset that Salah was being homophobic. She made a post about it. She said,
Missy Moo is a useful idiot for Chantal. Come on, Zachary. Come on. I like to think that you could make a good detective if you wanted to. If you're going to just take this stuff wholesale and regurgitate, and this is what Missy Moo had to say. Missy Moo is one of Chantal's useful idiots, a dupe, a patsy, a stooge. Come on, man.
Something along the lines of, like, can we get him to not be homophobic, please? I understand his upbringing, and that's very typical probably in his country, and it's used as an insult every day, but, like, you could do things.
Missy Moo saying something that Chantal pretends to disagree with it's just more material to get people talking and to have people take an interest in the life of Chantel, who is just a hedonist only in that she eats junk food and does drugs and stares at the floor and thinks to herself, how do I get some free money? And that is to get people talking. Oh, well, Missy Moo and Chantel are arguing with, yeah, it's all theater.
About it, and it's like literally the only thing I've seen Missy Moo say that makes any kind of sort of sense. Okay, like any kind of sort of sense. And that she's just like, okay, even if that's how he was raised, like if you're an ally of the LGBTQIA community, then why don't you help him understand? And this is my problem with a lot of straight women who are in relationships with homophobic men, okay, or anybody that's in a relationship with a homophobic person and calls himself an ally. Because if your partner's out here saying slurs to people as an insult, like it's a bad thing to be gay or it's a bad thing to be trans, then how the fuck am I supposed to feel safe in your presence? I sure the fuck won't. So you can go on and on and on and on and on about.
Yeah, she goes on and on and on and on, and it's horseshit. Did you ever ask yourself the question, maybe this is just to get you to pay attention? And we really don't know if Salah is straight or gay or bi. We got no clue. We got no way of proving anything. You just take it at face value. How about they're a bunch of liars? And what they do to draw attention to themselves is mock Islam and use homophobic insults in the midst of their ongoing fake fight to get people to pay attention. How about you just say, let's get her off YouTube, huh? How about you say that?
How much you love gay people and you love trans people, but you're laying your head down, well, maybe if you sleep in the same bed, you're laying your head down next to.
Have you been paying attention? Have you seen the apartment tour? She was forced to do that apartment tour because her numbers are going down. So she figures, I'm going to give them what they want. Like as if they're together in that dump. She wouldn't even show us the bed. Oh, there's some personal things there. Yeah.
A fucking homophobic, transphobic piece of shit every day.
Yeah, then ask for her to be removed from the platform.
Honestly, I feel like I probably cussed a little too much, but homegirl has me heated. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through and censor some of this so that YouTube doesn't hate me. I mean, like, I cuss sometimes in videos, but often not this often. Missy Moo ended up backtracking after...
Why do you give any of that credibility? You know, Missy Moo backtracked here. Like, she's a useful idiot. She's a stooge. I've already said it. It's just, don't take it seriously, Zach. Come on.
Chantal said that she was getting on her nerves, so I don't know how great of a person Missy Moo really is, but for a second there, I really thought she might be onto something for once. And finally, she did do a live stream where she did address some of the concerns about Salah saying homophobic and transphobic things. So let me play this clip from Just Saying.
And, okay, I'm like way behind, so I'm just seeing if there's anything worth addressing. People in different countries say different things, grow up social justice warriors. Yeah, like, so he said a few comments, like, not everyone in the world has to agree with people being gay. Like, I don't think that homophobia is okay. This is my stance on it. I don't think that homophobia is okay. I don't think that transphobia is okay.
You want to know what one of the saddest things about this is? Any reasonable person sitting down, being quiet, and paying attention to the opinions of this heap of shit. It's like, I wonder what she has to say. She's a worthless heap of shit. Write her off. You make fun of 9/11. You make fun of kids getting killed at a school shooting. Get the hell out of here. Get off the platform. Fuck off. You're not human.
I think equal rights for everybody. I don't agree with being gay being illegal at all, but I don't make the effing rules. So write to the government if you have a problem with it. Like, what do you want me to do about it? This is like, I didn't, like, seriously, this is how people insult each other here. I don't know what you want me to say. Hang me for it, I guess. Whatever, cancel me. You guys know I have a big gay audience. Big gay audience. And I do love gay people, okay? Like, that's not...
Well, if it means anything, then you can't be Muslim. Because, I mean, in Christianity, at least, there's a whole bunch of different ways of looking at things and interpreting things and setting things against the other. And you can kind of squeak by. With Islam, no. So, I mean, take off that hijab and stop playing games, huh? And she also used the F word even though she said effing. So that for me is the worst part, is that she's wearing the hijab, pretending to be a Muslim woman, and she's still uttering fuck this and fuck that. And people of that faith, Muslims, don't deserve to have their faith made a mockery of by this heap of shit. There's no reason to keep Chantel on this platform. Get rid of it.
Going to change, but not everyone has to agree with everything, but I think that they should still respect each other for sure. Salah was triggered. He listened to douchebag, call him all kinds of names about that.
You're uttering the word douchebag while wearing a hijab, and you've quoted from the Quran. You've shot footage of an open book Quran. You've gone to a mosque, and you're sitting there using fuck and douchebag. It's like, why do Muslims have to put up with this? I'm not Muslim. I'm not. I have respect for anybody who has a faith. Why does this have to be tolerated? And as long as Zachary Michael's got a bigger voice than mine, as far as the numbers are concerned, he should be saying, we need Chantel off the platform yesterday.
Make fun of his deceased mother. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Because he said something.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that criticism. I'm sorry, FBRC. I like your channel, but I saw Zach's entire video, and he certainly did take a stand. He made it very clear that what Chantel and Salah did was absolutely unacceptable. Well, I'm playing the whole video. I'm playing it all, the whole thing, start to finish. I've already watched the whole thing, and I'm playing the whole thing. And just saying this is wrong is not taking a stand. It's profiting from it, because we know Chantel's going to come back and do more. I want him to take a stand and say Chantel deserves to be off the platform. He doesn't take that stand. That's what this whole fucking reaction is about. So I'm sorry, you don't understand the point that I'm trying to make. If you don't say, Chantel, get off the platform, YouTube, get rid of this thing, all you're doing is making money off of this ongoing disaster. Okay? It's immoral. It's not a shit show and a train wreck. It's immoral. It's blasphemous, and it needs to be off the platform. He doesn't take that stand. I'll give you the quote again. All it takes for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. And saying, I hate this and it's wrong, doesn't cut it. He's got to say, Chantel needs off this platform yesterday. So I'm sorry.
I think we called you a motherfucker. Sorry for my language. We called you a motherfucker.
There it was. I couldn't remember because I only watched it once. She didn't just say F this. She actually used the words motherfucker. Here, Sally, you're still in. Like, again, he doesn't take a stand, okay? Complaining about something and taking action are two different things, Gina. I'm so sorry. Yeah, is Sally still in here? She actually used the word motherfucker after she went to a mosque, after she shot footage of the little holders for the Holy Quran, after she quoted from it, after she calls herself a Muslim, and she's wearing the hijab while she said it. She just used the word motherfucker.
Me for it, I guess. Whatever, cancel me. You guys know I have a big gay audience. Big gay audience. And I do love gay people, okay? Like, that's not going to change. But not everyone has to agree with everything, but I think that they should still respect each other for sure. Salah was triggered. He listened to douchebag, call him all kinds of names about that. Make fun of his deceased mother. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Because
those are just drama triggers for Chantel and her little bad actors about saying these like very deep insults about someone's deceased mother. That's just to generate heat and anger. They're like a couple of fucking pro wrestlers, okay? Or like two boxers who are indulging in a little bit of drama at the weigh-in, you know, and trying to take a few swings at each other. It's all bullshit. It's all fake.
He said something. We called you a motherfucker. Sorry for my language. We called you a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you're so sorry? As I've explained a long time ago, Chantel's a type of monster that's always saying something disgusting and mean and saying, I'm sorry, and not being sorry. Always promising to never do something bad again and then keep right on doing it. That's where you got to say enough's enough, get off the platform. And even though you don't control it, I don't control it, Zach doesn't control it, at least you can stand there and say, this thing needs to be off the platform permanently. Well, this is great because, you know, you are Muslim, and here she is wearing the hijab of your faith, Islam. And I'll do one more time just so we can share how disgusting this is. And there's no other solution for it. This fucking monster needs off this platform.
I was triggered. He He listened to douchebag call him all kinds of names about that, make fun of his deceased mother. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Because he said something, we called you a motherfucker. Sorry for my language. We called you a motherfucker in Arabic. So you say that his mother was deceased because you're disgusting. Like, you're evil and you're gross and you belong in prison. Like, at least your mother's still alive. And she's probably in Egypt getting gangbanged.
Can you imagine the profane, revolting, explicit sexual material that she's uttering while pretending to be a Muslim woman and wearing the attire of that faith? There's no other words for it. You complain about it and then say, YouTube, please remove this fucking mess from the platform. It doesn't deserve to have a voice here. It doesn't deserve money. And the Ford F-150, the Ford Motor Corporation doesn't want to sell that truck over top of this stuff by accident, because YouTube is still making the decision that this is a advertiser-friendly YouTube partnership program participant. It needs off the platform forever.
Asshole. Don't come for my husband. I will spend the whole month working hard to put you behind bars for everything you did. Trust and believe. Asshole. Don't come.
Yeah, there she's swearing again, asshole. And like, oh, don't come from my husband. Oh, we're so invested.
For my husband. I will spend the whole month working hard to put you behind bars for everything you did. Trust and believe. You have a month. Don't worry. What day?
Let's see. She said that there were criminal charges, and Nader lied and said that the police went and got him. There was never any court appearances, no court paperwork, no court file. And if a man gets picked up on charges of rape, assault, and forcible confinement from a woman, at least here in Canada, police put conditions on him. A judge puts conditions on him. There's a court date. There's an appearance. There's a file. None of it ever fucking happened. That's why she says, oh, I dropped the charge. They were never laid to begin with. And she's doing the same thing all over again. Because just like, somebody else that takes part in a big prize fight, even if you lose, if you don't deliver the goods, you still get paid. So there's going to be no criminal trial, yet she's still going to get thousands of dollars. She shouldn't be here making it because she's exploiting someone else's faith while doing it. She's indulging in blasphemy right now. The world's Muslims don't deserve to have to suffer this. They don't deserve it.
Is it today, the 4th or 5th? When I come home, it's all over for you, buddy. I can do a lot more in Canada. A lot more.
And here's the thing, just because you're living in a country that says like homosexuality is illegal or you were raised a certain way doesn't mean that you have to agree with the government. I mean, you didn't even agree with the government when it came to trying to find a loophole so that you could allegedly get married to your husband.
It's hard to believe you didn't have a wedding cake. A+. It's not a traditional wedding. Like, we just made it a legal thing. And very, very basic, but it wasn't very easy to do. We had to go through some loopholes. Which in Canada probably wouldn't be possible.
She's a fucking pervert. Like her community tab posts about, the shit stains on Nader's underwear and green peen and her stained underwear. Like, she's just a fucking pervert. A dirty fucking pervert. And what is she doing on this platform? Why is she getting away with this blasphemy against the world's Muslims? Like, what did they do to Chantel of Cornwall, Ontario, that she's allowed to do this? And nobody does anything. For fuck's sakes. Yes. Like, enough already. Anybody else want to take me on? You want to, if there's any like Zachary fans, you want to comment? I'll put your comment up here. You want to dare to say that he's taking a stand? Go ahead, type. I'll put it up. I'll take on anybody.
I like going places where the law is flexible. I'm kidding. Anyway, no. Just being vague on purpose, because there's people who just think I'm a liar no matter what I do anyway.
So clearly the law doesn't mean a whole fucking lot to you or Salah, okay? So in this case, maybe Salah should stop being homophobic and transphobic. How about that? It's just wild to me that...
How about the blasphemy? The blasphemy too, right? All of that, the R word, retard, and the blasphemy. Everything. And don't just complain about it. Say, YouTube, we need this thing off the platform. Take the next step. Be serious about it.
You want to come on here and claim you have a big gay following. I'm not sure who besides me and Alexis Shook and Pulpy Syntax, okay? And maybe Jordy. I don't know if Jordy watches you or not. But it's not like outside of the four of us, you got a whole lot of gay people watching you. So please spare me the lectures about how you allegedly love gay people, how you allegedly love trans people, because it's very clear you don't. What you do love is the fake affection of a man, or any attention you can get from a man, period, that you won't even stand up to him when he's hurting people that you allegedly love.
You don't begin to guess that this whole story is ridiculous. I mean, who did she work with for the whole fake Natter fight? A guy from that part of the world, from the Middle East. You really believe that she fell in love with a guy? Like, she's not a smart person. She's not wise. She's not good in business. Yet a creature such as that is not going to drop everything and put itself at risk to fly halfway across the world for some guy and make herself vulnerable. That fucking Salah is a friend of Natter's. I mean, you put two and two together? Like, you're so much better than this. I don't hate you. I'm disappointed. Don't sit there like she needs the attention of a man. She has to. It's a friend of Natter's, for fuck's sakes, man.
So anyways, that's all I have time for today. I was really feeling some type of way about this. I also just generally wasn't in a good mood today, so maybe that's why too. I don't know. You want to be transphobic and homophobic though, and ableist, you're gonna get a reaction out of me. Like, genuinely fuck off, Chantal, please.
Yeah, and then we'll get a reaction out of you when she does it again and again and again and again. Take the other step, get off this platform, Chantal. YouTube, please do something. We don't need her here anymore because she's never going to change.
Please, thank you. Next. That's all I have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video for what it's worth. That's all I got. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Please make sure to also leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had a great day. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Yeah. So let me remove that. And the only way I can make something show up is by turning it into a movie. So I'm not going to play the whole song again. There, I just wanted that. So there he is. That's how he advertised it. I was right. Yeah. So Salah, who said some incendiary, made a rude gesture towards gay men, went on to say a lot of homophobic insults. Yeah. Do you ever ask yourself, maybe it's just performance to get people to pay attention to this stuff? And I'm glad that you've showed up here, Maggie Marie, because I've never seen you here before. And you say, I highly doubt that Salah and Natter are friends. Okay, let me explain it for you. Salah threatened to assault Natter, and nothing happens. Chantal gets to keep her channel. Natter doesn't contact the police. He doesn't contact the police in Canada. He doesn't contact the police in Quebec, La Belle Province. He doesn't contact the police in Kuwait. He doesn't contact YouTube. So Salah can go on Chantal's channel and say he's going to physically assault Natter, and nothing happens. That shows you that they're working together. You're welcome. Yes. Damon White. I'd give you a super chat now if I could. Damon White, you'll get a reaction from him, but never any action. Now there's a comment. You'll get a reaction from him, but never any action. Michael Furberger, you're here just as we're out of footage and just as I'm out of my voice. I've been yakking a mile a minute. Well, that's perfection. That's perfection. Just leaving that there. And again, maybe, Zachary might come by to check out the first 5 minutes and check out the last 5 minutes. The talented, funny guy. I don't think he's working with Chantel as French Fried Girl is. And I'm just disappointed when he talks about Frenchie and says she is a quite popular YouTube Chantel. Yeah, she's working with her. All right. Not every Chantel reaction channel actually had the person running the channel hang out with somebody at a stupid fashion show. They work together. I'm all talked out now. Well, Sally, if Chantel is laying low and Natter's laying low, it's by design. They'll be back. As long as their damn channels are up, they'll be back. If you see a red stripe where their channels used to be, something happened. As long as there's no red stripe, they'll be back. They're having a Zoom call, figuring out what move to make next. So she puts up all that stuff there, and the story about, the bodily discharges and the skid marks of shit in the shorts and the green peen slime on her under her panties, all that dirty, filthy, revolting shit that Chantel is allowed to type into her community tab. She leaves it there and then she cleans it all up. That's just to get people talking. And I'm talking, yet I'm still not part of that whole crowd because I'm talking and I'm saying, YouTube, please get rid of this thing, because the world's Muslims don't deserve to have their faith blasphemed by this thing referred to as Chantel. She shouldn't be on this platform for one more day. Not given another chance. Like, gone. We can all just, yes, they're plotting the next chapter of this disgusting drama. Yes. So that's it. That's it. I can't improve on that. That's the one. That's the one. You get a reaction from Zachary, you will never get any action. And maybe he will. I don't think he will. I wish he would. Because even people who are not Muslim, anybody who respects anybody of faith, shouldn't have to suffer Chantel, what she's doing and getting away with. Maggie Marie says, I don't know. They're all pathetic human beings, in my opinion. Yes, I didn't, I don't know if you're a beezer or not. So I guess I was a little short with you. It's just what your allegation was. Hey, I don't think that they're friends. We're meant to believe that these two guys hate each other over what? They're fighting over Chantel? It's impossible for a straight guy to be attracted to Chantel with her horrible personality. She's so masculine. She's let herself go. Her hygiene is atrocious. She's aggressive, revolting. No way. No. The thing she says is like, every guy that I was with, I'm the biggest one that he's ever been. Get out of here. I mean, it's one thing to be heavy and, what is it? The BBW, Big Beautiful Woman. Sure, that's true up to a point. Well, we've seen Chantel, we've seen way too much of her. Like, her damn gut is hanging down below her knees. And if you choose to, eat yourself into that state, what you're saying to any prospective partner is, not only do I not care about myself, I don't care about you either. That's why I let myself go. I don't care about me, and I don't care about you. There's no way, even though I'm not a fan of this Salah guy, because he's working with Chantel, a guy who's about 30, who's fairly fit and trim. He doesn't look, strong, rugged, macho, yet he's fairly fit and trim, more than 6 foot tall. Not a bad looking guy. Like, he's going to settle for a 500-pound walrus, bald-headed, trash-chalking bastard daughter of King Kong Bundy. No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah, exactly. Local law. BBW maxed out about 200. She's super morbidly. I never even knew what Torrid was until Amberlyn Reed. And I went to the Torrid website and I figured, yeah, you know, they all look good. They look attractive. They're heavy, yet they're proportioned right. You know, it's okay. Yeah, the top's at about 200, a little bit more than 200. After that, it's just, you know, super morbidly obese. Yeah, okie doll. It's not fair to expect that of any partner. Like, is there a medical reason for it? No, there isn't. That's why we have the words like hedonist and evil in the dictionary, because they're actually real. Yeah, and how many times does Chantel say horrible, mean things to DJ on a live stream? You know, she live streams so much we get to know her real personality. Even though the story is fake, her real personality shows through. And she's always saying disgusting things and then, sorry. No, she's not sorry. That's just a creature making human noises. Saying something revolting. Saying something vile. Sorry, she's not sorry. And then when she does things which are abhorrent, oh, I'll never do it again. And then she does it right again. So it's like, always saying horrible things, pretending to be sorry, always doing horrible things, saying never do them again. And I don't care about the burping and the farting and the bad hygiene and the filthy stories. That's just something to squawk about. That makes a reaction channel funny. Yeah, when she makes fun of 9/11, when she makes fun of kids getting killed in a tragic school shooting, when she lures minors out of a megala into a dirty talking live stream, and one of them, you know, a young man didn't know that he wasn't having a private conversation, exposes himself. What's she doing back in this platform? What is she doing? She's making a mockery of somebody else's faith. That thing actually walked into a mosque and shot video of itself and shot footage of the Holy Qurans in the mosque. She wears the attire, the hijab that Muslim women wear. And she then goes and writes up, you know, revolting bodily function stories on her community tab and talks about douchebags and fucking assholes on her live stream. Yeah, Zachary, you could join me in saying Chantel needs to be off the platform. So your outrage is a little misplaced. I'm losing my voice. Anyway, we're doing great tonight. We got 140 people here. Please consider subscribing. Leave a comment later. I can't talk anymore. I'm all talked out. And with 140 of you here, I'm hiding behind the graphic because I've almost lost 50 pounds since when I started on August 1st. I fell off the wagon a little bit. That's just the way it goes when you're trying to lose weight. And I'm going to hide behind this graphic for like another week or so because I want to be able to get on the scale and show I lost 50 pounds because Yaba is going to hit her first year anniversary of leaving the camera. So I'll be hiding for like, you know, another 5 days or so as soon as I get down to be able to say 50 pounds lost when I stand in a t-shirt, shorts, and my shoes and the hat. I can't talk anymore. I'm losing my voice. QZ, I did intermittent fasting. A cup of black coffee for breakfast, water all day, and you eat once before you go to bed. A little bit less than 2,000 calories. Works like magic. I can't talk anymore. I'm all talked out. Please consider subscribing. I think Zachary is a talented guy. French Fried Girl is working with Chantel. Yaba's working with Chantel. Others probably I don't know of. I don't believe that he's working with her. I'm just disappointed that he's not taking the extra step to say, Chantel, YouTube, please get Chantel off the platform. I think he's basically a good guy, Zachary. It's just I'm disappointed he's not taking the extra step to say, YouTube, please get Chantel off the platform. That's what I wanted to say. I can't talk anymore. I'm going to do the song. Damon White, thanks for your comment. Mr. Furberger, I know you came in here late. We love your commentary. There's Ennis. I haven't seen Ennis in here for weeks, maybe months. And Damon White, your comment is poetry. That's why I'm leaving it there. I can't get away from it. There's Zachary. And Damon White says you get a reaction from him, but never any action. No problem, FBRC, says Damon White. Great stream, FBRC, says Black Velvet. Okay, if I'm all talked out and I'm losing my voice, it's time to get out of here, get off the stage. Thanks everybody for coming by. I'm going to sing the Sandshell song, and then I'm going to get out of here. Everybody be safe. Continue to use your masks. Let's go. A 3, a 2, a 1. A Chantel. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. A Chantel. She carries the weight. Yeah, yeah. Chantel. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. A Chantel. 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 She rolls out of bed with nothing better to do. She rolls right back to bed after the muck bangs through. She make a mess, she make a couple of dollars. She gonna do it again. It's all too much for you to understand. Come on, sing it again. Chantel. Oh, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. She carries the weight, yeah. Chantel. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. 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 Chantel.